in, and the money belongs to you each time you cycle on those levels. But the first time you reach crown, there's no place else to go. You've reached the end of the pinnacle. You've come to the fifth and final tier. So once you get to crown, which is $200 to two people, you need the inner circle, which is number one and number two. It's 200 times two is 400 to pay your way back into the next crown. And the outer ring is 4 times $200. That's $800 that will instantly go into your wallet that you do not have to share with anybody, and you do not have to pay up because you've reached the end of the tiers. That's quite exciting. Well, how much can you raise? Well, it depends on your individual effort. Crowdfunding guaranteed, we guarantee that we're going to pay out 100%. We have billions of people around the world that need help. We're putting this into 29 different languages. We have 6 so far. And each one of the websites will be into that various language to where you can send it out anywhere in the world that you have contacts with, and they'll be able to take a look at what we're offering in their native language. $29 to where you're not just tied down to people in the US, Mexico, or Canada, but $29 entry fee worldwide, where we're talking about billions of people. As I alluded to earlier, you're capped off on one project at $1 million. So be sure that you have 2 or 3 projects, and that's what I'm trying to do, is try to fund 2 or 3 projects at one time to help kids and educate kids in today's paradigm change, because we've switched from an industrial revolution to a service and technology world. So crowdfunding guaranteed, the new frontier of raising capital. We want to thank you for coming. Get back with the person who brought you here. And if you have any questions, we'll now turn it over to JC and see if we've got questions and make it available. And I'll show you the back office here momentarily. Over to you, JC.
All right, thank you. Elvis asked, how do we respond to all the ballbusters saying all crowdfunding MLM is illegal in USA? There's a really easy response to that. We're not in MLM. Anything that is a 2-level affiliate program is not considered an MLM. Okay, so that is the answer to that. We're not an MLM. Let's see. When did we launch? January 7th. I'll let you open up that box, Joe, and help alternate, and you can close the ones that I'm talking on. I'll close the ones you're talking on.
Okay.
The gentleman wanted, to know if it were in Spanish. Yes, we have the videos in Spanish. We're working on having the website being able, the front end, to be translated into Spanish or any language, actually, and as we have in the back office already. Okay. I was asked, will we have 1099 sent to U.S. people? No, this is, you got to take care of your own taxes. We will give you the ability to report in your back office, get a report as to how much contributions you made and how much contributions you have received. Okay. You going to jump in here and help?
Yeah, here's the video from Spanish. They're asking where you can get the videos. Go to your front page, and you'll go right here, and there's the Spanish right underneath videos out there on your front page. Okay?
Yeah. Are there any marketing material available through back office? We're working on it, and we're going to have some really great stuff. Yes, there is already a social media center, but we're also going to be having capture pages there. A lot of things that we're working on, okay, that takes a while to get done.
I know that this was asked and answered on Monday's webinar, but I need to ask it again. So how would a person in Africa or Nigeria, to be specific, pay to join and also to be paid out? It's for a team member of mine. I'd also appreciate if you would also type it in here so I can copy and paste it to them. Thanks. JC?
Okay, I'll let you type the answer there if you want. I am going to tell you that it doesn't matter whether it's Nigeria or Timbuktu, it doesn't matter. You can pay with debit card, credit card, prepaid card. Okay, you can also pay with Bitcoin, not to us. Want to be clear on this. We don't accept Bitcoin. BitPay does accept Bitcoin, and you can take Bitcoin and you have to move it to one of 9 wallets if you don't already have. I mean, CoPay is an excellent wallet and very efficient. And so I suggest you move whatever Bitcoin you have to CoPay, and then you pay through our merchant processor, which is called BitPay. And they, you don't have to have a BitPay debit card. Everybody gets, as soon as I say BitPay, oh, I don't have one of those cards. No. That's not what we're talking about. You're paying Bitcoin from, let's say, Coinbase or blockchain to CoPay. Then you're moving it from there using our merchant processor called BitPay merchant processor. And they convert it because they are licensed to everywhere to do exchanges. And they exchange that immediately to USD and then sweep that into the bank accounts that night. So that's how you would pay in. Now, we're working on a solution for you receiving your money all over the world as well to a debit card, a credit card, or a prepaid card, as long as it has Visa or MasterCard on it. You're going to be able to get paid to that. You might think, well, people in Nigeria don't have bank account. They can all go to a local store and buy a prepaid card instead of having something mailed to them and have to, qualify for and know your customer and all that kind of stuff. Just go get a prepaid card and give us that, and boom, you're paid to that account. Okay, and you can. So if you have that card attached to a bank account, then it will go right into your bank account within minutes. We're having that hopefully in the next week that we launch.
Susan, I would go to the person who brought you in and go to your upline and get with one of us founders or one of the administrators that's in your group, and they'll be able to help you even more. And if you have any suggestions or any other ways of paying, we'll take a look at it. We'll try to implement it. So if you would do that and get on a call with those people, they'd be more than happy to even work with you to try to increase that, because we want to make sure that we have everybody in all these countries, and we do understand some of the fault. But what JC's saying is that each one of these countries, it doesn't matter where you're at, there's a store where they can get a prepaid debit card, and we're going to have access to where we can then transfer and pay it out to a prepaid debit card. How do I advance to a next level with only 4 contributions? Well, if you want to go ahead and pay it up front, then you can go to over here to what? My Finance.
Let me address that. Okay. If you have auto upgrade on, okay, the first 4 payments of any tier is sufficient to advance you to the next tier. Okay, and then the last 2 payments in that tier is enough to re-enter you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, we are instituting a lock for your protection here in the next few days that will protect you from spending, transferring, upgrading when you need to have money in your wallet. Okay, to cover something that, so in your best interest, we're going to lock those, but we're going to let you unlock it. It's your account. You want to unlock it, then we'll let you unlock it. Okay, but we're doing that to help protect you. Also, somebody said, what was the other ways of getting doing withdrawals? Right now, we have Google Pay and PayPal, but those will go away once we have this other system in place.
And if you want to, you can go to Finance here on the left-hand side, go to Upgrade Contributor or Upgrade Contributor Level. Click on that when you have 4 contributions, and upgrade to the next level. So it's right here in your back office.
Yeah.
Are the websites listed in the back office coded to us individually, JC?
Yes, all of those, anything that's in your back office that you'll be able to use for marketing is going to be coded to you with the script that would be with your username in it. I think that's what they're asking. But yes, everything. Now, I'm going to warn you, if you're trying to help somebody out, okay, and logging in for somebody else, make double, triple sure that you completely quit your browser and then not close the page, quit your browser to go into another person's back office, okay? Or what I prefer, having two browser opens, one for you and where you're in your back office, the other browser is for helping somebody else, because we use what is called session cookies, and you can get really messed up if you're trying to do something for other people. I would encourage you not to help people. Let them log in, okay, and do the stuff themselves.
Will there be training for the project page builder, JC?
Yeah. Matter of fact, there should be a link in there. I'm not sure. You might go to that, my project, over on the left, down. Yeah. And I think I've got a link. If it's not in there, well, I'll get it in there, that has 29 different videos on how to do this. I just watched videos. I created the entire website, that the front end, with MobiRise. But did you click on it?
Yeah, you want me to click on design tool?
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Kicks me out.
Yeah. And if we don't have it in there right now,
there's a design tool and a tutorial right there.
Yeah. And but there is a series that we have from a person who has developed 20, I think it's 29, just like the amount of languages we're going to have, different videos that shows you how to do any one thing that you want to do. And you're not wanting to do anything elaborate. You don't need menus or anything like this. This is where it's going to fit on the front end of your website. There's a graphic on the front end of your website called crowdfunding. It's just blue graphic. And as soon as you go and populate in your back office, they're under project URL. Scroll down a bit. Right there. As soon as you go and put a URL in there of something that you're wanting to have as your project from your back office, that will be replaced with whatever URL you put in there. Now, this MobiRise will actually allow you to create a really good project in minutes, literally minutes. And then you can go, when you go to publish it, it gives you it says beta up at the top, and you can click on that and use the MobiRise server and get the URL that they have for just your project. You get that URL and go and paste it in here, and your project now is going to be on your website. So go and test it first. Make sure it's right. MobiRise is a desktop app, and I know there's people on this call that have trouble with copy and paste, okay? And if you don't know how to copy and paste, this might be above you, but you can learn it. But if you know how to copy and paste, you ought to be able to create your project, and it's for free. It doesn't cost anything. There's people saying that there was a $30 cost or something. That's if you want to upgrade. Okay, you don't have to upgrade. I did the whole front end of the website for free. Didn't pay anything. The whole entire front end. Okay, so it's the coolest program I've seen in years. Okay, and it's absolutely free. Okay, so
As far as the benefactoring program, we'll have more information about that next month. We're in the process of putting that together. This is from Tom. He says, are there team rotators?
No. No team rotators. You can do that yourself if you're doing some kind of a campaign. And if you use any kind of marketing tools, marketing campaign yourself, make sure you keep it generic. Do not use the name Crowdfunding Guaranteed. Don't have any direct links to our website, because we got to protect the golden goose, the co-op. Okay, that was what we talked about the other day. Okay, and so we want to make sure that you are being very sensitive to that. Do not do any mass mailing. We're trying to protect everybody here. So if you're doing a marketing campaign with a group, you can have your own rotator, and you can do that, but keep it generic, please. Okay, not any reference to us. Go ahead.
You launched January 2018. No, our official launch is January 2019. We've only been open a couple of weeks. Okay, what does the on success target number mean? That means every time you go through a success target, like the first time through is 1 and then it's 2, all that's in the back office. You'll see that here on the 3 tiers.
And they're archived.
And they're
archived.
Go
back and look at
so this will be like silver number 1, and every time you go through, there'll be a different number here, and you hit gold. And if you do this, it'll scroll down, and like this one's only in silver, but once you have all the tiers, it'll show you. Once you get going with this, you could be cycling in different tiers multiple times. Okay, if people can automatically upgrade themselves, does this mean your referrals can pass over you?
Yes.
Well, yes. But once you get to that level, then they will start following you if you're the sponsor.
Yeah, on their reentry. So it's just a temporary thing. If they get to Emerald before you get to Emerald, then yes, they're going to go into somebody else's success target, but you didn't lose them. When they reenter, we always check. The software looks to see, we start with the enroller and to continue looking for the first person in that genealogy that has a success target, an active success target at that level. So you didn't lose them. You just have to hustle. And look, we've got a lot of people who that's happening to, because people are getting in this and getting serious, and they had a lackadaisical approach to it, and that's happening a lot. Okay, and those are lost contributions, lost permanently. You can't get them back. They went to somebody else that was qualified to receive them. So,
John Wood, former basketball coach at UCLA, used to teach, be quick, but don't hurry. What he's talked about was you become a student, study the game, you follow a process. Every successful athlete in the world had a coach. So you have plenty of coaches and mentors here to help you. So you're getting people in that see the value in this, and they're going to work. All you need to do is roll up your sleeves and decide whether you're going to give this quality attention participation. If you give this quality attention to participation in 2019, you can come back and thank us later. Do you have to click on upgrade for each level you want to move up to? No, you can actually enable the button right here, and once you fill up the success tier, it will move you up. If you want to do it with the first 4 coming in, you go over here under finance and click upgrade on your own.
Is it absolutely necessary to create a campaign project? Yes. If you go to FAQs on the front of the website, it tells you that. Okay, so that tells me you haven't gone through the FAQs. Go, and it tells you that. Otherwise, hey, this is a money game, and we don't want a money game. This is for real projects, real effort. Now, we will create some generic ones that you could go in there and say, okay, well, this one fits pretty good. I'll choose that. Okay, so by the time we launch, we'll have some generic projects that you could choose from.
Will there be a pay it forward button?
We already have one. If you go in your back office under my organization, and those who have are enrolled that are non-contributors. Okay, you can click on non-contributors. Okay, this person doesn't have any. Okay, but if you had any, they would be listed here, and on the far right, there would be a way to pay it forward for them.
Pay it right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can just give them, you have them sign up, and you can give them your credit and debit card because they're not holding on to it. Have them fill that out and pay their $29 and get them in.
Lisa's asking where are support issues handled. You get in touch. We have a fantastic support team. They're and also members of the co-op and working this, so they're very familiar with it, and they're really talented. Down at the bottom, yeah,
contact support.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Can a 17-year-old join this co-op? Look, as long as they have parental consent, okay. Here's the thing. I know that there's it's called the age of majority. Okay. In some countries, the age of majority is less than 18. United States, it's 18. Okay. And as long as their parent knows about it, okay, then we don't have a problem with it. A lot of them would be able to earn the money to go to college with this.
He also asked, will this affect a person's disability income? What you need to do is get with your person that does your taxes and ask them, because a lot of this is contributions, and each state or each international territory is different as far as contributions. So you need to take that up. We're not tax attorneys.
Bruce asked, can we use MobiRise on other projects outside of CG? Yeah. It's a great program. You can create, matter of fact, we had somebody that went in and had used Wix or one of those companies for years and saw this, and she came back and reported this is the easiest thing she's ever seen. Okay, so yes, you can. I had a problem with setting up my project in project URL. Okay. Don't know what your particular problem was, but all you have to do is have the whole URL. Don't forget the HTTP : forward, stuff like that. So just make sure you have the long URL for it. And I've tested it, it's working fine. No, Lisa, it's set up. She asked it. She thought it was controlled to where they couldn't pass you up. No, we're looking for people who are members who are already contributing at that level. You don't lose them. They'll come back to you. Just get back to, in the example I gave, get to Emerald, and the next time when they complete their Emerald, they're not going to go where they were. They're going to go into your Emerald success target. So you don't lose them. Okay, you just need to hustle. That's all. And we can't hold people back. When people are working, we're not going to hold them back. Okay, and say, well, your referrer, your enroller's not there yet. You can't do that. No, we're not ever going to do that.
When you transfer funds to another member, do you transfer $29 or $30.66? You transfer $29 because you're doing it in your back office and it pays the $29. You're not using a credit and debit card, which is charging the extra money because we pay out 100%. So you just send the $29. Bruce says, Bruce was asking if he could charge $29 to use the back office. You can just tell them if they sign up for $29, that's one of the benefits they get along with other benefits coming. You know, we're going to have a tremendous amount of benefits that's going to be well worth the $29 for them to join.
Yeah.
Any other days, 15 hours and 16 minutes to the next call. On Central Time, it starts at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock on Saturday, December the 22nd. You can copy and paste this and send it out to people that you'd like to invite to the overview call. So your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to get this to at least 10 people, talk to at least 10 people between now and Saturday. I don't care what you're doing, the holidays or whatever. You can find 10 people and invite them and remind them on Saturday, copy and paste and give them this link to join us, and let's fill this call up and let's get people a taste of what we're doing here and show them what's happening so we can then get them involved before our official launch on January the 7th. We are currently in pre-launch. We'll be in pre-launch until January the 7th, and we'll have our conference call scheduled. We won't be doing calls the next 2 Mondays because of Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We'll be doing them next Wednesday and Saturday and the following Wednesday and Saturday. And then we'll resume on January the 7th, the scheduled Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We might throw in some extra calls during the day to help with some of our overseas times. So, Jason,
there's a few more questions in here. No, you cannot deposit any money. Okay, you can pay your $29. When we say one time out of pocket, that's what we're talking about. So you can't make a deposit. And then, Gloria, you're absolutely right. Just go to work. Okay, and can you opt out? Yes, you have to go to support and say that you no longer want to be involved. But I suggest that you not do that. We don't have any credit card or information. Just set your email to delete email coming from us and just stay in. You might change your mind down the road. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. And yeah, we recorded this. Okay. Thanks everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you.